Get ready for Otherworld Exploration. Hello guys, Wilsonbox here. I hope you guys are having a great day, and in this video I'm going to talk about some tips for the Otherworld Exploration and some important heroes as well. So first thing first, I want to talk about Goblin Lair and experience. Most of us should be able to do Goblin Lair 3 on stage 3, because this is the stage where you get more experience potions for the same amount of bread as the other stages. And this is really important. If you don't have a strong enough team to do this, try to level up some heroes, the important ones, get more gear and better gear with better stats, and start doing this now, because this will be really important, especially if you have some time. If the Otherworld will open like in 1 week, or you have more than 1 week to get ready for this, this is the ideal time to start doing this and start farming this as much as possible. So my tip here is to have at least enough experience potions to level up at least 1 to 2 heroes of each element, just in case, because when this Otherworld Exploration opens, we'll be able to fight those Chaos Shadows bosses, and some of them, they could be very hard. We don't know if they will be the same ones as we did now with the chief challenges, so it's better if we get ready and prepared for that. So if we have at least enough experience potions to level up some heroes on the same day, will be the best option. Of course, this is not so easy for free-to players, but if you can do it, and if you can use all your experience every day to farm this Goblin Lair, if you already have a good gear, this is the way to go. So as you can check here, for leveling up one hero you need 86 experience potions. 86, which is a lot, and if you want to level up to 100, it's even more, it's 250. So 250 I think will be very complicated for, if you want to level up several heroes, will be very complicated for a free-to player, because this is a lot. And for 516 experience potions you can level up 6 heroes to level 90. So at least for a free-to player, I think the best option will be to have enough experience potions to level up several heroes, like 6 or 8 heroes to level 90. 90 is the minimum requirement to be able to reach 11 million damage on a Chaos Shadows boss. So if you get at least 516 experience potions, you will be able to level up 6 heroes to level 90. And this one is the more important, because this is the one where you unlock every gear to set up on your hero. So you will be able to set all the gear, artifact and both gems. This is the last one where you will unlock the gem from the ancient battlefield. So that's why this is important. From other sides, if you want to level up to 100, will be much more complicated, and I think if you want to get enough experience to level up several heroes, you need to be at least a low spender, because you need, for 6 heroes you need 1500 experience potions, and with this, if you are a free-to player, you can level up like almost 18 heroes with 1500 experience potions. So I think this is a better goal for a low spender than a free-to player. Free-to player probably will be much better if you try just to get enough experience to level up several heroes, like 6-9 heroes to level 90. With this we go to the second tip, and the second tip is to get the materials as well, because you will need the materials as well to level up an hero. So as you can see, to level up an hero, it doesn't matter if it's fire or necrotic, you need 40 of this first one, 52 this rare, and 65 this epic one. So for example, if you need to level up 3 heroes, you're gonna need 120 from this, 156 from this, and 195 from this. So just make sure to have enough of these materials, just in case if you need to level up some heroes on the first day, because we don't know how these Chaos Shadows will be. We don't know if you're gonna need melee heroes, because we've been leveling up all the ranged heroes and we don't know if they're gonna come up with some sort of melee mechanics where you need melee heroes to do more damage. We don't know what they're gonna bring, so the best way will be to be prepared for all the options that they can bring to us. So we already have the experience potions, we have the materials, this is covered, so the next tip will be to have enough bread. So imagine we've been farming a lot, we have a lot of experience potions, materials, it's the first day, we leveled up some heroes, but we still missing some of the important heroes for the new chaos bosses. For that, it's good that we save some of this bread, okay, not this one, you should use this one if you play every day, because we want this to restore every day, otherwise we can still use this new tool and will be reserved, and then we can convert it to stamina that we can use, but I'm talking about this one. And of course, if you are a free-to-player, you're not gonna have so much, because I buy the battle pass, and with the battle pass you can get a lot of this one that gives you 120 stamina each one, so just save some of these. I still have a lot, I'm gonna farm a lot because I still have one day, but the day I'm going to release this video will be the last day before it starts. So if it's your last day before the Otherworld, just make sure you farm a lot of Goblin lair, because we don't know how will be tomorrow and how hard will be, what mechanics they will bring, so the best way is to be prepared for that. So if you are already prepared to level up some heroes, the next step and the next tip is to have at least 6 teams, and I think if you've been doing the Chief Challenge, you should already have 6 different teams for each element. If you don't, this is the right time to do it, because for the chaos bosses you will need the same thing. You will need at least 6 elements or 6 teams to fight each of the chaos challenges. We just don't know if the bosses will be the same ones, or they will change the mechanics, or they'll change for a different boss of the same element. So for a free-to-player, at least aim for 6 teams. If you are a low spender, then try to get 9 or 12 teams, because we don't know how it will be. This is just predictions, and with this we don't know if we really need this much teams, but just in case will always be good, because on the end game we'll have a big boss that we need to fight with several teams, so if we level up some heroes we will be alright anyway. Also remember that if you don't spend this bread, if they don't change this, at the end of this season all that bread will disappear, so it's better if you use that bread while it's important and useful to use it now. The last tip is especially for free to players. If you already have a good gear, not the best ones, because I still use some epic gear because it has better stats than the legendary gear, stay with that gear, prioritize the farming on Goblin lair to get more XP and level up those heroes. If not, and you're already happy with the heroes you have, if you already have like 9-12 teams, then try to get the best stats for those heroes, because we try to aim for at least 11 million damage, but if you can maximize your gear, we can even maybe reach the 22 million damage, which is our aim. We don't need more than that, 22 million is enough, it's the aim we need to get the maximum reward. Regarding the teams, there are some heroes that are very important for these lineups. As always, we really need healers and tanks, especially healers because we don't have much depending on each element, so it's important that you level up especially 2 tanks and 2 healers for each element, because this way you're gonna have 2 tanks for each team. So you have 2 tanks, 2 teams will be the ideal situation. So we can check on the fire elements. We don't have much healers, I mean we don't have any healers. It's important that you level up Adolphus if you have it, because he gives big shields, really big shields. Other hero on the legendary side, we have Chrysus. Chrysus is a really good tank and he gives big shields. I'll do a video about the best tanks for Vortex, and I must say is a really good one. Then on this side we have Isolde as well, she's also a good tank. Not so good as Chrysus, but she's able to inflict attack penalty and give some shields. Liku can heal as well, but is more a single target, so it's not the best option. And on the rares we have Dubok. Dubok also gives some shields, but is not so good as Adolphus, because Adolphus can heal the team as well. If they already have shields, Adolphus will convert those shields to 75% of healing. Next one we have this ice element. On this ice element We have some support heroes that we can use, but on the epic side I don't see anyone that can be that useful. Okay, we have Voresh. Alright, Voresh is a good one. He can heal with his passive. Elvis is a good one if you need a tank for ice element, and from epics I don't see anyone else. From the tanks I think Eurion is a really good one as well. I tested him on Vortex and he's a really good tank as well. Then on the rares, there's no one I can see that will be useful unless you want a tank you can use for Brit or Loris. Next one, Necrotic. This is a tricky one. Necrotic, we have Guland. If you have Guland, is a really good one. It gives attack percentage to all the team and also some passive healing, which is really good for our team. And we have some really good tanks here as well. We have the Berenger, and I think that's all. Rebecca's tank as well is a good one. Then on the epics we have some healers. We have Stella, it's not that bad, but it's more a single target healing. And we have T is really good as well if you need debuff immunity, but it's not a prioritization. Your priority will be have at least 1 to 2 tanks and 1 or 2 healers for each element. Zarlot gives some passive healing as well. And on the rares we have Megan. Megan is a good healer. Megan gives recovery over time, so it's a good option. And then we have Edgar. Edgar is a really good tank if you want to use him on with necrotic teams. Then we have Radiance. Radiance is the best one. So we have a lot. We have Jillian, he's a really good healer. Cecilia can be a tank or a healer as well. What else? We have Ardred. Who can get Ardred? She's really good. She can heal, she can tank, she can boost your team. She has a defense aura of 30% and she boosts your stats of defense and resistance as well. So she's a good one if you want to use them easier on this Otherworld Exploration. Then Mitrasaya is also a good healer with resurrection skills, and Rose can heal as well, but I think everyone has been having some problems. Then you can use also Sagumir as a tank, and this side of course Garrus is one of the best healers, one of the best tanks. Kamari is a good tank as well. Clovis as a tank. Catherine is a really good healer as well. She can give debuff immunity, which is really important in some bosses. And Dueling is also a tank that gives some damage reduction. And then on the rares we also have some good ones. We have Kaledu, which is a healer, a melee healer, so it's not the best one. I don't recommend him. I recommend Warion. Warren is a really good one. He gives healing and also a defense buff, which is really good. And then you can use like Dane. Dane gives some damage reduction as well as a tank. And if you really need more healers on this side, then you can use Meredith. Meredith is a common hero, but she gives a good healing as base stats. Then on the lightning side, we have some heroes. Let's see what we've got here. We have Lola, no, we have Lydia. Lydia is a good tank you can use. Illucat is a good one debuffer if you need a debuffer. I don't recommend Naguk as a tank. He doesn't provide that much. He's more a damage dealer than a tank, but his defense, his role is defense, but I don't think so. Voltog is a good one. He gives attack penalty and accuracy penalty if you want a tank. And then we have Nathaniel. Nathaniel is very good. He gives some recovery over time. He gives shield and dispels debuffs. He's a good one if you need some support from the lightning element. And then we have Ina. She gives recovery over time, and that's it from the lightning. We also have Celiane. Celiane is a good tank as well with attack penalty skills, so she's good as well if you need someone with attack penalty. Then last one, Poison. Ergander, amazing tank. Malak is also a good tank, and if you have Ugok as a healer, he's the amazing. He gives immortality to everyone, so your team never dies. And then we have Frubart, of course. He can heal and tank as well. He's one of the best tanks you can use. Seafreeze is a good healer as well. We have Garion. Garion is a really good healer. I like him. And we have Vikook. Vikook can heal as well and dispel 2 debuffs. So if you need someone to dispel debuffs, he's not maybe one of the best or the best epic to dispel debuffs. And then of course we have Exandra. Exandra is an amazing healer. She's a rare one, so if you need healers for poison, she will be your best one, the best free-to-play hero that you can use. So guys, this was my tips and recommendations for Otherworld Exploration. I think we need to be prepared for that, because the season 1 a lot of people had surprises and were not prepared to do those bosses. So if you need to farm everything on the first week and do everything on the first week, will be a lot of stuff that you need to do, because we don't know what they're gonna bring to us, what we're gonna need to do, so it's always better if you are prepared for that. If you have enough XP potions, materials, heroes, teams, everything will be always easier, because if you already have that, then we can start testing those bosses and see what is the best strategy, because if we don't have enough heroes to fight them, then you need to level up them first, and then we can start testing that, and we don't know how long that can take to reach 11 million damage, because some bosses are really tricky. So guys, I hope you guys like this video. I hope this helps you to start Otherworld Exploration. If you like this video, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe to my channel, your support is really important. Thanks for watching and see you next time.